orc warrior. The initiative now goes to you. Jose, what do you do?
I'm gonna cast.
Oh, that'd be great.
All right, now we're live. Hey, welcome everybody to a new episode of A Talk of Opportunity Live, where we struggle 50% with Roll20 and the other 50% with our own selves as we explore our deep fears and struggles.
And our mortality.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Struggles.
I already.
Oh, is that this screen?
Yeah.
Oh, I was supposed to be the other one. Oh, wait.
Yes, we are continuing our adventure through Rime of the Frostmaiden. This is the third session. So yes, all you three beautiful people who are watching us right now, thank you for joining us, and let's get started. Andrew, I hand it off to you.
All right, let's do this shit.
Wait, you
All
clip
right,
the audio.
so-
You have to like start recording again.
All right, let's do this shit. All right. We when we last left our heroes, Octavia just got fresh off the bus on into Icewind Dale, some weeks back, and you discover that there is a murderer going around between the 10 towns, taking matters into his own hands. That going around between the bigger 10 towns where where the larger sacrifices are happening, taking matters into his own hands because these people, or one of them you found out, the glassblower dwarf in Bryn Shander, may or may not have bribed his way out of the lottery. So you've gone to the speaker's hall to talk to the sheriff to try to get some information. In the meantime, between sessions, we established that Beery would probably, I said Swift, but it makes more sense if just Beery knows the local house of worship, and that Gar and then probably Swift would also know the stable master here. So that being said, the sheriff also is offering to show you the crime scene as well, to kind of gather as many clues as possible. Keep note, it is, I would say early morning, even though it is pitch black. I would probably put it the equivalent of like 7:30 a.m. So the day has just begun for y'all.
Do we want to do the crime scene first, since it's only getting colder?
Yeah.
Like, in the figurative sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Just so no clues or anything. I mean, if there are clues, they won't be destroyed yet.
I wanna check those tracks that they mentioned.
Okay. All right. Do keep in mind that time is also a factor here, and walking around town is going to take time as well. So to show you where, Jose, how do you do that thing where you can like no, Jose, no. How do you do that thing where you can like establish the points like while you're walking? You know what I'm talking about?
That was Q,
Is he muted?
right? Oh yeah.
Jose,
I don't
okay.
think Jose can hear you.
Sorry, I was typing. So
Oh my gosh.
you do you press Q as you move the token to drop anchors, and that's how you do that.
Okay.
Oh, and there they are.
Okay, so Octavia spends the next 5.5 hours wandering around the circle.
I mean, so that if time is like a huge factor, do we all want to go to the same place, or do we want to?
Split the party?
I think we should all
We're-
stay in the same place.
We're in a town, so I feel like that means nothing.
Party
Yeah.
split, explosion on one end. Whoa, I hope they're okay.
Oh,
Hopefully
they're
they
past
weren't
the
in that section.
Oh, is that Thunderwave?
Okay.
I heard the Thunderwave story.
Which one?
Fair.
Okay. All right. God damn it. God damn it.
Better than all of the exploding sigils,
Yeah.
Andrew.
No, it's really not.
I feel so bad because it was all me rolling nines.
All right. So the sheriff says that he's going to show you the scene of the crime. So it's down here, and then down this way, down this way, and then this little back alley right here. Boom.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
So
I zip zop zoomed.
yeah, you did because I just picked the token, and that was the freshest, newest one. All right. So as you were making your way through town, the people, like I said before, you see that there are people inside. Kind of, it's not, the desperation hasn't quite gotten to this place yet. Like there is still like families inside cooking and whatnot. However, for people that are native Bryn Shander in specifically, you do come across probably, I would say, like an uncomfortable amount of towns that are not towns, an uncomfortable amount of shops that have probably been closed for one reason or another. There are some places like rope makers and trappers and furriers. What's the proper term for that?
Furries?
I think
Those
furriers is correct.
Yeah.
No, not.
Fur
no.
dude.
No, that's
Furry.
mittens.
Yeah. Those places are still open, but then you have places
Oh, they're
like,
still having furry conventions in the middle of dark
Oh,
winter.
God,
That's good
God
to
damn
know.
it. No, no.
Here we
Yeah,
are.
I mean,
I
they're
mean-
already prepared.
Yeah, of any place to have it.
That's
Some
a
place
despair.
it works.
Okay, anyways, so trappers and whatnot, like outdoorsman type gear, those places are still open, although the shops are looking a little bare. But luxury places like bakeries and I don't know, places you get like petty fours or some
Costume
crap
shops?
like, yeah, costume shops.
Rip Octavia.
Yeah, like those places are. Like I'm sorry, Octavia, but the spa has since been closed down. There are no more hot rocks in
Are you
Icewind.
saying all non-essential businesses?
All the
Yes.
rocks are now cold.
Yes.
So are the
Good
springs.
thing we didn't play this last
And,
year.
and all and all the essential businesses say we're not employees, we're heroes. God,
There we
shut
go.
up. We're not-
And you said that this area is like a market, right?
It's this area in particular, like was probably the closest thing to like a bazaar or market.
Okay.
Yeah. The only kind of meat out here though is either elk, bear, or fish. Knucklehead trout in particular.
Rabbit?
No, that's the worst.
Is there,
Bear
Rabbit,
only.
yes. Oh, and goat.
So Octavia's just sticking along. It's early in the morning. He hasn't had his coffee yet. So he's just bundled up with a little cup of tea as he's walking by in the middle of the dark.
Question: is it still like fine china? Are you just walking down the road with like a fine china tea?
Yeah.
He
it's-
probably
it's,
has.
No. It's one of those like cast iron little tea cups. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Uncle Iro.
Yes.
He probably has one of those. He probably has one of those like teacup holsters.
Yeah. with,
Oh my god, yes.
with a little cape.
It actually matches his coat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mittens.
Yes, and and like the furs you see out are like fox hair, bear.
Are they
pelts, that
high
kind of
quality
stuff.
furs or no?
No.
And one no, I mean they're of quality. Like there's no like mink fur or anything like that. But
I started looking at the furs.
and there is one particular fur that you do see that Swift would recognize. It is of a large predatory cat called a crag cat.
Ooh.
which is a big cat the size of a brown bear. So it's a big
Beery
boy.
walks up behind him and points at it and says, "I used to wrestle these when I was a toddler."
You used to wrestle cats, but they're so tiny.
Oh,
Big.
these are not so tiny.
How many cats did they have to kill to make this coat?
Just
Just
one.
one.
It's a great coat. Mine's built in.
That's a big cat.
yes.
I look at Mins. I'm sorry, buddy.
It's okay. No offense. No offense taken.
None taken. Meanwhile, there's a
Alright.
frozen dead body in the middle. Of the
Yeah. If there were flies, it'd be. No. Actually, okay. So you're making your way through to where the crime scene is, and you come to an area where you see over the alleyway, assuming this is the alleyway where the crime scene happened, you actually see that the guards in this town have taken quite a bit of precaution in preserving the crime scene. There is a tarp, I guess the equivalent of a tarp, overlaying on the alleyway, and the area has been roped off, and you can tell from approaching it that in the area, in one particular area, one particular area in the tarp zone, there is a ladder going out onto a nearby roof. Yeah. So the sheriff, there is guards standing at attention in the roped off area, and when the sheriff, which is a simple, like, phrasing of his hand, the guards open the ropes and stuff, and when you walk underneath the tarp, you can see that there's actually a path that has been roped off in the center. So it starts like that, and then it widens up, and then it closes back in.
So around the spot in question. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow,
exactly.
they did a good job.
Yeah.
They've had 3 days. I should hope so.
Yeah, and the sheriff explains that the tarp is to protect any potential evidence from the snowfall, because the snowfall it's light right now, but it's steady. So they have actually taken precaution on trying their best to preserve the crime scene.
Okay.
Um,
So, time to get to investigating?
Indeed.
Yeah, is there anyone we can talk to that's around, or is it the guy come with us?
the sheriff,
The
well, the sheriff says, I was not the one personally handling this investigation. I will go see to it, and I will grab the investigator that is. In the meantime, while I'm doing that, go ahead, see if you can spot out any clues.
Is there a dead body in there?
There is not a dead. Well, no, hold on, chill.
Okay, well, I don't know if I can see it.
Yeah, they left the dead body here for 3 days.
Why
Just-
not?
pretty
It's
cold.
frozen
It's
outside.
cold.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say they wouldn't have to worry about it decaying at all. So
Yeah.
No.
Right where they left it.
Oh my god. No, there's no dead body.
So you said that there was like part of like what they have sort of roped off was a ladder. They've put a ladder up on top of one of these buildings on the
Yeah.
other side of this alley.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. And with that, the sheriff's like, okay, I'm gonna just please do not walk within the roped in area. Eyes only, no touching. Just from what you can gather, I'm going to go fetch the investigator that has been working on this case. I'll be back probably within the hour.
Is there people around other than the officers?
There are people. Obviously, there are like common folk walking around the streets and stuff. And when you were getting there, it was just like normal everyday. Like, oh hey, like some people might have recognized Gar or Swift. Some people kind of like point at Octavio and his ridiculous dress and whatnot, and then some people see Mittens and they take their kids on the other side of the street.
Oh my god. Oh wow! I didn't think I was
Just the
going to
kids.
Did not think I was going to witness a hate crime.
There it is.
but
I feel like
But-
everybody looking at me is the greatest thing ever. It's like, yes, I am. And it's me.
but then
I am here.
But then, and when you approach the crime scene, like the people start. Oh my God, Howard, no. but then when you approach the crime scene, like the people kind of like stop and like, what's going on and whatnot. And then when they remove the rope, like, oh my God, you know. So like, already like the small folk are talking about what's happening right now.
Is there a cute girl around?
There.
Just wanna flash her a quick wink before I go investigate this crime.
All right, give me a highs or lows.
Oh man. Lows.
Hey, how many dice you just roll there?
A lot.
All of them.
A percentile dice. There is as you're. It's kind of hard to tell the
I
gender
always tell.
of these people.
Doesn't matter.
because they're so bundled up. But you do find one with you can only tell they're a girl because they have long eyelashes with frost on them from the cold.
Doesn't mean anything. Don't care. Still wink.
Swift bats their long eyelashes with frost on. And while this is happening has already started going over and like look at the tracks.
Sheriff's like, God, you help us.
Very important part of this murder investigation.
Yeah,
I cannot help it. I have long eyelashes. What do you want?
Hey, life is short. Gotta, make things happen.
Life is short. My eyelashes are long. What do you want?
It's only getting colder.
Gar says this is a very important part of the investigation. And Octavio, this reminds you of a lesson that your grandpa taught you, that it's better to be loved than feared as a leader. So maybe that's what they mean.
Oh my God.
40 lashes!
Oh no.
There's the first SpongeBob reference.
Count
Whoa,
it.
that's a second.
Oh, second? What was? Oh, I missed the first one.
We're on a roll.
Oh, right. Howard's link.
Touch.
So,
Listen, the people at home didn't get to see that one.
That's true.
Okay,
Well, they
back to
did.
investigating.
they did. I put it. Anyways. So, right. I want to approach some of these commoners, and they're all human, right?
Well, they're humanoid. I mean,
Okay.
like I said, it's kind of difficult to tell just because, like I said, the only thing you see is like this. So you can kind of like, oh, do you have scales? Oh, you might be a dragonborn. I don't know. You know?
So I want to approach the commoners and assure them that everything is gonna be all right. I fling my beautiful cape in front of them. It's like, not to worry, me and my friends will take care of this, and point at the situation that's happening behind me. And then
We're not
General
friends.
my friends, and I say it even louder so they wouldn't hear Beery say that.
We're not my friends.
Now, if
Give
me
anybody
the
here
lawyer.
have seen anything at all, you can trust me. We will solve the crime. Come forth and speak to me.
Okay.
Me?
I just want to be like, yeah, look at him. He has tons of experience. You can totally tell.
Oh, whoops. I don't know why I clicked that.
Wait. Are you going to use magic?
Yeah, hold
That'd be
on.
interesting.
Ooh.
Do you make like a little
Okay.
firework? Like,
Beep, boop.
Come speak to me. Like in the background.
Sure.
Trust
Yes,
me.
I do like as I fling my cape and say that, just like tiny little fireworks.
Okay, so you do that. It's like a little
my
like,
eyes,
yeah, like-
light up. It's like,
Okay,
sure,
so
you're really doubting us right now.
so you do that, and you look like a shitty Whitesnake concert for a second, and the people actually start being like, oh, okay, and like freaking out, and you're like, oh, these simple commoners, like they can't handle magic, and the sheriff like actually grabs you by the wrist, and is like, you need to stop. It's like, hold, it's like, and he no, he actually pulls you aside. It's like, look. 10 Towns does not have a good history with spellcasters. I need you to rein it in.
But I have done just the bare minimum of my power.
That you. No.
Woo!
Wait, why? Do we know that?
Actually, let's see some history checks to see if you wouldn't know why.
Okay.
Wait, I've
Everybody,
lived here
or-
my whole life. I should know this.
Yeah, you lived here your whole life doesn't mean that like you're savvy. I lived in Ruskin my whole life doesn't mean I know like the fucking history of it.
You don't know the
Wow.
history of Ruskin?
I don't even know what
No, I
10 towns
don't.
is.
No, see this tracks for
Barry's
Swift.
like, wait, there's 10 towns?
I thought it was Tin Town. What are you talking about?
I was gonna say this tracks for Swift since Swift has only recently started like actually coming into town.
So, okay, so for Octavio, when he says 10 towns doesn't take kindly to spellcasters, you remember way back when you were in your family's luxurious libraries, when you spent most of your days carousing and lazing about, you picked up a book called the Many Academies of Faerun, and one of them was the Arcane Brotherhood of Luskan, which you know was started with less than good intentions and is trying to be and is now kind of gone legitimate. However, they're known to be a sort of like you probably would have wanted to join the Arcane Brotherhood because that's like the place to be. Like it is equal parts like prowess, power, and like pompous significance and stuff. But they wouldn't take you because you're a sorcerer and they only take wizards. That's seriously, that's actually what that's
But
what. Yeah,
studying
wizards only-
studying is so hard.
Exactly, and that's why you never made it. So then you're like, oh, it's probably because of that, because you know that the arcane works outside. Like they go, like they're like one of their many things is to go around and acquire magic items and stuff to increase their influence.
So when he pulls me aside and tells me that, and I remember all of that, I just kind of like, oh shit, and like all of my spells like rewind.
Yeah, all the sparks.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, I
You
completely
suck in your magic gut, and you're just like,
Yeah.
Just all the magic goes back.
And
None of-
I get really small because I really wanted them to like me, but they didn't. So I'm like, okay,
now you just terrified them.
I'll just stand over here.
And the sheriff's like, nothing to see here, folks. Not just, you know.
Keep it moving. Keep it
What-
moving.
Yeah, you know how these
I throw
kids are.
one
and
gold
they're-
piece. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
Oh my god! And people start
Dang.
fighting over it.
2 copper pieces.
All right, I try
I
to
just
help.
like, can I just walk up and slap Octavio in the back of the head,
Why?
and then just like shove him into the tent?
I already said I was sorry.
She's like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of him. I got it."
Ow! Stop scaring the common folk.
I was trying to be friendly.
Hold on.
You freaking about?
Oh,
The cute girl left. God damn it.
Swift is just completely unfazed by all of this, and is just still heading directly towards the crime scene.
Same with
Yeah,
Gar, honestly.
yeah,
It's like,
so-
well, this
so-
makes sense.
So Barry, you're like, hey, you come here often, and just as she's about to say something, the sparks start flying, like, ah! And then she runs off.
And that's why you
But
slapped
I
me in the
would-
back of the head.
The wrong kind of sparks.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was hoping she would see different sparks, but come on.
Well, I mean, she probably didn't run off like that, but she was like, oh no, like, I can't be seen with these kinds of people, and then like, you know, gets her stuff
wizard.
and leaves in a huff. Oh no, wizard, no.
Wait, no, I'm not a wizard. I'm not that smart. I promise.
We know. Get the
I don't know that.
You're making a great case for your self-extraction.
I'm just- I'll just shut up and I walk behind like everybody else.
I just walk up behind him and slowly salt him.
Guys, why is it snowing on me in particular?
Listening. Great.
Kosher salt, freshly cracked ground pepper.
Little Parmesan.
Mm.
No, no.
All right, so Are we investigating the crime scene?
Yeah, let's see that.
Okay. All right, fine. About fucking time.
No,
Jesus.
Harry, I was trying to the whole time.
I was trying to
Alright.
get information from the commoners.
It didn't work.
Yeah, but then you're like, "Pew," and you
They-
scared them all off.
They hate you.
Yeah, they immediately start. Oh no, there's a wizard amongst them. there's a bunch of wizards like investigating the murders. Like we can't trust them. So
That's all of our street cred.
Yep.
So this like the little roped off sort of path into the alleyway, is it safe to assume that that is where the initial sort of like set of prints were, or
so what you see immediately without having to like focus your gaze is that you do see a set of prints leaving and entering and leaving the circular area. And in the middle of the circular area, to your horror, even though the murder happened 3 days ago, because it is cold, the ground is still stained with blood.
okay?
Yeah. And then a little before the circular area and off to the side is the ladder going up onto the roof. So I need to see some investigation checks.
What's bladder analysis?
Octavia's like,
What?
wait, let me roll first, actually.
Oh wow.
10.
I
Yeah.
am not good
Double
with
10.
intelligence in any way.
Octavia's like, is that? Sorry, I can't.
15 is not bad.
Okay, so Barry and Octavio, you're still bickering about what happened out there.
I'm sorry.
So
I won't do it again.
Barry's mad at Octavio for C blocking her. And so because of that, they're too flustered to really pertain to the investigation. Mittens, what you notice? Okay, hold on. Actually, wait. Let me stop and back up here. So Swift notices that the boots leaving the circular area are a different size than the boots entering the circular area. What Gar notices is that the circular area is where it looks like the two sets of boot prints, I don't want to say mingled, but probably interacted. And you can see that let's just call it boot prints 1 and 2. Boot prints 1 was judging from how the snow was misplaced and stuff, was assaulted by boot prints 2. Mittens, what you notice is that close to where the ladder is, there is a set of boot prints matching boot prints 2. However, the way it landed, it was like the ball of the foot and no heel. Which, you being a tabaxi, you would recognize that's a very stealthy way to land and to get the upper hand on somebody.
Okay.
Would
So-
that mean they were a tabaxi, or would that just be like something anyone would do?
That's just something that's like it's not.
Just a skillful landing.
Yeah, it's not feline, animalistic maybe, but it's like it's just yeah. Mittens would know that because it's a mixture of like feline finesse and like rogue behavior. Like if he was going to sneak up on somebody, that's how he would do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So 100% different shoes, like different prints entering and leaving.
Correct.
And I don't know, does Mittens like sort of keep that information to themselves, or?
I would tell the group I would go over there and kind of check it out, because I definitely want to go up, and since the ladder's there, there's probably some more evidence up there. But yeah, I want to check out the ladder, investigate there, and then come back to the group and tell them that I think it was a professional hit, and just the way the prints are over on that side are They looked like they were careful.
Yeah.
coming
I was
in.
gonna say Swift would have the inclination to follow the second set of prints, like to see if they could figure out what the second sort of track where they went.
Yeah, and do
Okay.
they like stop at some point for like no reason, or is it just
Yeah, that's something that Swift would be interested in knowing.
So the second set of tracks, unfortunately, it leads out into the main road, and it eventually leads out into the main road.
Mm-hmm.
It probably, I would say, it probably goes about as far as here, and then the tracks dissipate just from traffic.
Is there any chance of like picking up traces of them, or
Traces of them? I would have to see some really good survival checks. Actually,
let's see what
yeah.
I can do.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. Nope. I take it back. I took no shot.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. Well, I rolled a 3, so that doesn't help.
Unfortunately, even with Barry's really good survival roll, there's too much cross traffic. You gotta think that's 3 days of people walking amongst the streets and stuff. It just gets muddled. And I swear to God, if you roll a natural 20,
Nope.
Well,
Okay.
yeah,
That's fine.
even with that roll, it's just too much to go off of, or not enough to go off of.
So many boot prints. I'm not used to following tracks like this.
Does the amount of blood seem to think it was a very precise attack, or was it like a very just not like he didn't know what he was doing?
Were the defensive wounds? Did he get to like? Was there a scuffle?
Or did he just die immediately, kind of thing?
Oh man.
Do you mention that the tracks kind of like there was interplay? Did that sort of belie a struggle? Like, was there some sort of like scuffle between them, or?
Okay, so upon further investigation, you see that so boot prints 1. That's obviously the victim's boot prints now. We know this. Boot prints 1 walks, and you can tell by the way it moved, it might have heard something, and that's when boot prints 2 connects with them. But there is blood droplets on the ground. It's not like a spray, and there's not like slashes. It's just a like pooled blood. So
Quick prison
Yeah.
style.
either died quick or they didn't move after
Right.
they were attacked.
I was gonna say knife pulled out.
Yeah.
Just they stayed put. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely
So-
seems like it was a professional job. If the boots came in one way and went out the other way, they kind of knew that guy was going to be there, or he knew he was coming through,
Mhm.
and either like escaped or had a caravan or something waiting on the other side there in the street.
It's hard to know. Yeah.
I guess
Just
we
because
go
it's-
check out the
is-
ceiling one, right, or the roof one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not in with everybody else is, right? I'm a little bit farther away from the main scene because there's a lot of blood and I do not like that. It's gonna do like a check to see if there's anything I can notice from a little bit of a farther away perspective.
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know, something out of place, some scratches on the wall, handprint. Like what Octavio right now is like, because everybody's like, oh, blood, let's go investigate that. He's like, I ain't going close to that. So he's just kind of like in the outer rim of the scene, just kind of like walking around and seeing, I don't know, see if he can catch something else. Or maybe he doesn't think he can catch something else, but maybe he finds something. I don't know. Maybe it's a check I can do.
Let me see.
That seems fair. Maybe they missed something that they haven't roped off.
Yeah. Or even at the very edge of the rope. I mean,
You look, but it seems like the scene is pretty no pun intended, pretty insulated for what's happening. Like there's nothing outward. Like there's no like the killer was here, was carved onto the wall.
the ladder
or something.
is the ladder like right where the pool of blood is?
It's close to where the pool of blood is. I would say it's probably like a foot or
Can
two
I get
away
to
from
the
where-
ladder without touching the blood?
Yeah. the way it's set up, the pool of the pooled blood is the roped off circle,
Okay.
and the ladder is off to the side, and you can see that the tarp's been kind of pulled back.
All right, I want to go up the ladder, see what I see up there.
Okay. You see the rooftops, obviously, of 10 towns. And the one thing you notice is that most of the rooftops, except for a couple of exceptions, are roughly around the same height. Like, give or take a couple of feet, they're roughly around the same height. And you notice what looks to be like some sort of tower structure around here. And obviously from where you're at, there is light, like firelight and stuff like that. Oh, lost axe. there's like firelight and stuff, but from that tower, you can see. I was gonna say moonlight, and I forgot it's morning. but you can see that the tower itself looks cold and dark. It's at this time that a half orc dressed in a more like formal guard uniform with the insignia of Bryn Shander. Let me see if I can pull that up. Shows up. Hold on. Maybe I don't have it.
What do you
Okay, that's fine.
What do you say the tower was?
Here.
Okay, I was just trying to make like sense of that. So you're saying that just sticks out from the level of everybody else's.
Like on the skyline.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
because it's like Bryn Shander. It's not. Bryn Shander's a full city. I mean,
Right.
Granted, there are people. Like most of the people is inside because of the extreme conditions, but it's just it would be like seeing an abandoned building in the middle of like Tampa.
Okay,
or
so it
something.
does stand out.
Yeah, it does stand out to you. Anyways, but he's uh-oh.
I'm here.
Okay, all right. Yeah, but he has the insignia of Bryn Shander, which looks like this.
Neat. I like it.
Yeah, it's like a badge.
Nice.
People that are native to Bryn Shander knows that means that it's supposed to signify that the ground that you're on is supposed to weather the storm. Like the sprig of wheat is supposed to mean prosperity, but the elk horns are supposed to mean like prosperity in the face of like nature. So yeah. He introduces himself as, give me just a moment. He introduces himself as Ugarth, the lead investigator of this case.
How do you spell that?
Ugarth.
Ugarth.
Like it sounds.
Yeah, Ugarth.
Ugarth.
Garth with a U in the front.
Does he say anything else? Or he's like, I'm the leader. And then
I'm
he goes,
here. No, he goes on to explain that the glass blower was a dwarf by the name of Dane. Dane Baldirk. And that they had actually found tracks the day of on the rooftops, hence the ladder. They followed the tracks, and he's like, I'll show you where they lead. But he also explains how they brought the body of the victim to the local house of worship called the House of the Morning Lord, and they were unable. He was too far gone, obviously, to be revivified or anything like that. But the leader of the church was able to ask questions using Speak with Dead. the victim.
That's good.
Yeah. So they haven't gotten the report back on that one yet. They're that was fairly recently. So
Sounds like we should go there next after this.
Yeah, but he said he
Yeah.
would lead us to where the tracks on the roof led.
mhm.
Okay.
Does the ladder look like it's always here, or does it look like someone put the ladder here, like it's from another location?
Someone put the ladder there, and Ugarth explains that they had put the ladder there.
So
Oh, okay.
they had the person, the ladder not being there, they had jumped down from the roof.
yeah, and
Okay.
it was about a 10-foot drop, give or take.
Right,
Wow.
but they landed like basically on point.
Yeah,
It's definitely a professional.
yeah, and he explains that they found the victim lying face down,
Stabbed
from
in the front or back.
in the front, a single stab wound in the front.
Where did they stab him?
They
Through
In
the
the
heart.
heart.
Yeah.
right in the heart. Boom. What?
That was like the one similarity between all of them that they
Ah,
knew
that's
was
true.
that they had all been stabbed once through the
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah, they had what's it? He says that he went around asking for witness testimonies, but unfortunately, due to the darkness and whatnot, they weren't able to ascertain anything. And he admits with probably a bit of like grim disgust that's like, if there's any place to commit a murder, like any perfect environment to commit a murder, like out in the middle of the night in conditions that no one wants to go out into, would probably be the best place to do it, honestly. So
Alright,
it was the perfect crime.
let's go see where the footprints lead.
The tracks, yeah, where the tracks led.
Okay,
So, I guess quick question: were the tracks coming or going? I assume they were arriving, right? The ones that were on the rooftop.
yes, the tracks on the rooftops. He explains that if you're trying to go there now, it's probably going to be difficult to ascertain which direction they were coming from. But he said that when they found them, the tracks were in fact approaching the scene of the crime.
Okay.
Yeah. So, so he does start to, what's the word? I guess escort you to the area, and Octavio's God, I'm just like forgetting words today. What's that? Intuition was correct, and you do start to make your way towards the abandoned tower.
The DM's curse.
Yeah, I know. We're
You
just
just
like,
lose all vocabulary.
and Octavia's shit. Come on. So yeah, but no, Octavia's intuition does prove correct, and you start to make your way towards the abandoned tower. Now the people are like, as you're walking by, I don't know what the situation is exactly, like how you guys are making your way down the road, but as you guys are walking by, like there are like huddled people, like, oh my god, did you see that? It's like, I heard Octavio, guys, like he's like a demon or something, some kind of wizard or some shit.
It's
Yeah,
true.
and
Can I do like a perception to see if they say something else other than I'm a demon?
I believe he's a devil.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, hold on.
I heard
Put the filter on.
I heard that Barry kid eat. Or
Actually,
that Barry person
I'm
eats
not a
babies.
demon. I'm a tiefling. Okay. Technically, one of my ancestors, did a funky thing with some demons, and here I am
Oh my
now.
God.
Right.
That you did very little to sway the people towards your.
You just push up your non-existent glasses and
Yeah, and then like as like Mittens walks by, there's like someone that's just like, it's just like, hey Mittens, hey, what's up, man? I don't know you, we don't know each other. Just walking on by, and then there's someone that's just like, hey Gar, like in the back.
It's like, so.
Hey Harold, how's the kids? So, yeah, they're good.
He's like 30 feet away.
Having this conversation across the street. Hey, look, I'm busy. I'll catch up with you later. I'm busy.
we're investigating a murder.
What? I can't.
Murder!
I know, right? It's murder out here. It's so cold.
I feel like I
Not
could
the
just drop
first
dead
one.
at any second.
Mittens, stop! No, I'm kidding.
Wasn't
All right.
the only murder.
All right, so
Guys are murdering this joke.
oh my gosh. All right, you know what? I've had it. Let's see some aneurysm rolls now. I'm kidding.
Are we doing D20
Good, I can
or what?
re-roll this trash character. You seen some of my rolls? They were bad.
Okay, but this to be fair, this isn't your forte. Like your character is not meant to investigate the subtleties of a murder. Your character is probably meant to commit murder.
Yeah.
I
So-
see.
Cracks and skulls.
Looking down my character sheet, though, I'm just looking at 4010002. Like it
Don't-
hurts.
Nothing
Don't
wrong
worry,
with that.
your time will come. It's fine. Everybody's gonna have a moment. Let's just... All right. So you make your way to the abandoned tower. It is a warehouse, or what used to be a warehouse. It you see that there's like the abandoned, not the abandoned, gosh, the like the old rickety sign that's like still hanging on by like a single rusted chain.
Trespassers will be shot.
Yeah, beware of dog. It's like not beware of dog, beware of owner. So anyways, but the door doesn't even need to be jimmied open. Like it's honestly just and you
Just
could
push it open.
Yeah, just push it right open. Even then, like the windows have long since been like smashed in or boarded up and whatnot. It's very easy to.
Wait, so when we got here, it was already open? Have the police been here before, or is it just like a fresh scene?
I'm sorry.
Is this like a fresh scene, or is it like the police have already gone through it?
It looks like the police have already gone through it.
Okay.
And Ugarth says, now this is the thing. We followed the tracks to the top of this tower. And get this. And as he's leading you up the tower and he's explaining what they found and whatnot. The steps are groaning under the weight of like Beery's like muscular stature and stuff and whatnot, and Garb like
Being a giant turtle.
probably kind of has to shuffle a bit in some certain places, but Mittens is super duper quiet on those stairs. Just knows exactly how he's snuck out many a times at night to go drinking with his friends or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
To your surprise, though, Ugarth says this is where the tracks began, and opens the door to a room that contains nothing. Yeah. And when I mean nothing, I mean it is literally just a bare room.
Is it really though?
Can I do like a check to see if to look around? By the way, if there's a door, is it open?
These are the real questions. Is it really though?
Yeah, actually, let's see some perception checks.
Perception.
Ooh, that's a 23 for Swift.
Ooh.
We're in my wheelhouse.
Octavia opens the door.
No,
and
no,
a
no, no,
gust of
no.
wind, like,
I don't open doors.
Oh, that's
Oh
right.
yeah.
The door.
He lets
The,
other
Ugarth opens the door for Octavia, and a gust of wind flaps one of his scarves in his face. He's like, ah! I don't want-" But
My
and
fine
this,
silk scarf.
And this actually kind of makes sense because for Gar, Barry, Mittens, and especially for Swift, the one thing you know is that Icewind Dale, even during the warmer times, is bitterly cold. And the fact that there's not even so much, but again, what you notice is not what's in the room, but the lack of what's in the room. There is no sign of a fire. There is no food. There is nothing that even akin to something to sleep on or anything like that. It is literally just an empty room. And Ugarth explains that it's just completely baffled the guards. If this was some sort of hideout, either the guy wasn't here for very long, or he really likes the cold. I
was gonna say, is there a window at least, like out, like looking out of the tower?
Oh yeah. There's definitely a window, and you can see there's 2 windows that are open, and the other 2 are boarded up, but one leads vaguely in the direction towards where the crime scene happened. And because of the 2 windows that are not boarded up, it's very drafty in here.
Can I take a look out the window, see what I can spot?
Sure. You look out the windows and you see the light of chimneys and the fires of hearths through the windows, but other than that, you don't really see anything significant. Okay. Yeah, it's not like there doesn't really seem to be any sort of landmark besides that.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously, if you look out this way, you see the stables, and if you look out this way, you can see there's quite a bit of light coming from the Northlook Inn. But other than that, there's nothing too terribly significant.
Mittens, what do you make of this?
Mittens is dealing with my very annoying puppy right now.
Oh yeah.
Barry, speaking for Mittens, what do you make of this? Oh, I think
It's your hand over there.
Because like in my head, I'm like, we're already like aware that whoever did this was like very professional. Like, so they could have been here for a really long time and just not wanted to leave any trace of themselves, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but Ugarth says we've thought of that too, but even during the night, it gets far too cold for at least some sort of warmth, and there's not a patch of ash or burnt anything here.
So with all the perception checks, we didn't see anything.
Well, like I said,
we saw the lack of something.
Yeah, so it's the lack of things you notice, not what is there.
There's information in the lack of any sort of sign of habitation.
Yeah.
So this might be a bit of an odd one. Do you think I could use my divine sense to see if I feel anything evil in this space, since they were here for a while?
Ooh, what does your divine sense do exactly?
It says that I can, the presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and the powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ear. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of the turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you.
All right,
yeah, I don't know if I could just like sniff the air and be like, I don't like this. Weird reading on that one.
Can I look?
Yeah,
Can I do?
No, I'm just trying to proofread it.
Right.
Divine sense is a weird one.
Yeah.
If there's like a check I can do, so just like see if there's like a hidden door or trap door or like behind anything, or I don't know, just like investigate the actual room physically.
Yes, you can investigate the room.
Diesel, what's up, man?
Okay, so unfortunately, your divine sense, okay, so I'm going to say that you have detected the presence of evil in this room, but as to what, it's been so many days since that you can't tell if it's like a celestial fiend or undead.
Ooh, but it could be.
Yeah.
So there was something in this room.
Yeah, there is something in this room.
Can I try to discern if it's undead in origin? Would that be like I don't know what kind of check that'd be.
Oh,
Kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, let me... Okay, hold on. Octavia first. Okay, so you scour the room, top to bottom, and the only thing you find is a carving in the room of a six-pronged snowflake.
A carving.
A carving.
Hmm.
Actually, wait, hold on. Let me see if I got that right.
Like
Yes.
into the wall?
Yeah, just like in the corner of a wall or something like that. Like just kind of like absent-mindedly, but you can tell it's relatively fresh.
6-pronged snowflake.
Yeah. No, God, quit telling me to update my fucking computer.
Now's the time.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to update it now, right? While you're in the middle of this thing that you've been looking forward to all week?
Maybe we could take that. I don't know if we can take like an etching of it and then bring it to the guard or the. What is he,
If
a guard
anybody has a
captain? Sheriff?
piece of paper and a piece of charcoal, you can just.
Yeah.
Gar.
What am I, a wizard?
Yeah, right? I could
What?
speak really good, but I can't. Gar, roll me a... Actually, let's see some religion checks when Gar says, like, maybe, is this undead or not? So...
Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh!
Wait, so we did find the snowflake, right? The etching of the snowflake?
Yes. Yeah, you did find the etching of the
Six
snowflake.
or what was it? 6 or 9?
It's six-pronged. Swift, you ain't got time for religion. You're living day to day. You didn't. Your religion's survival.
Swift, you're muted.
I said if God is the gods are real, but they're bastards and pricks.
Amen to
'Cause
that.
we live in a world where we live in a world where gods are real, provably.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right. Like you say that a lightning bolt just. Okay,
I just like middle finger to the heavens.
strike me down,
I
false.
know.
Just here.
I'm not the Horizon Walker. I don't know where the celestial plane is.
So Gar,
Zeus out there just like, hey.
so Gar, for some particular reason, you are acquainted
Buddy.
with the particulars of the undead.
Some reason.
Yeah. So because of that, you would recognize by the fact that there is no heat or like traces of food. This might very well be an undead.
Because it was able to survive in the cold without.
I was gonna say that cold resistance there.
I was gonna say it would also, if they had to travel very quickly through harsh environments, if they didn't care about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be undead. Okay.
Yeah.
I relay this to the rest of the party. Kind of like it could be undead
Yeah, it might be an
Because-
undead.
because of this kind of. Is it normal for like in this region for undead to be walking around? Does that happen? Okay, it's
No.
weird.
that's weird for any like region.
Yeah.
What are you
So I'm just
talking
like,
about? This
the only
isn't the
thing that is-
Ural Mountains.
I was gonna say that's usually a problem for everyone. If
Okay.
Ah, God, that just fucking got undead in my trash can again. I forgot to lock the.
the zombies got into my trash again.
God, they're
Worse
they're
than
like
the raccoons.
Yeah, exactly.
very real
Oh,
problem.
the zombie raccoons.
They're just like arms. Like, oh, there's another one.
I know, it's just like the creeping
The
hands.
crawl- yeah, get out of here! Get out of here! Just like a rolled up newspaper.
Oh, that's too funny. That image is too funny for some reason. I have a question about the symbol. Does Octavio point it out? The symbol?
I go, interesting. And they walk.
And that's it? That's all you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't tell anyone.
I don't know what it is.
God.
I mean, with the 23 perception for the room, would I have noticed that?
You probably would have noticed Octavio noticing something.
Just staring
I
in
was
the
just
corner.
like crouched and staring at it. It's like,
He's like, huh, and then he walks away.
and then walk away.
Why are you in the corner? What are you doing?
What do you?
Oh, there's a funny little sketch over there, but it probably means nothing.
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god.
Does that symbol mean anything to any of us?
Good.
No.
Yeah, good question. Nothing.
No, that symbol doesn't ring. It doesn't ring any sort of bells to you whatsoever right now. So
Okay.
Do we have any paper and charcoal? We can just kind of like.
I don't know. Let's look through our inventories.
Oh,
I
no.
don't. I do not.
I did not.
Oh,
It's
no.
really hard to remember it.
I've got like a horn, like a blowing horn.
Why
Can I,
don't-
like,
Chainmail. I've got some
into
swords.
my
Maybe a
shield?
crossbow.
I've got 5 torches because I had to leave 5 behind.
when okay, I would say Ugarth has like paper and a pencil.
Like a detective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like, was that something that I had seen before? Like, is this a new thing that we pointed out to them?
No, this is something new to them. They're like, oh man, this might be, you know,
So,
like
as
he's
I'm walking